Okay, let's continue. So you can see here that, and maybe, I hope that you notice that I said on a trip, or maybe they're on vacation. Okay, she is in a meeting in the office or at work. And I was saying that in Spanish, we use same expression for all these most of the time. But now you can see that in English, we have to remember with preposition, with word, we have to use different places. Okay? No everything is in the library, in a trip, of vacation, no, right? So, because, look, this is very important that you remember. At home. Most of the time when we talk about our home, we don't say, in my house, in the home. Where are you now? In the house. Sounds a little bit strange in English. At home. I'm at home. Where do you spend weekends? At home. Okay. Where do you have your celebrations? At home. No, in the house, in my house. You can say house when you are the owner, but you don't live there. I have 3 houses. One in Chalatenango for my retirement, right, Nancy? You said that you want to go to Chalatenango for your retirement. Okay. So I have one house in Chalatenango. I have 2 houses in San Salvador, and I have one more in, let's say, Sonsonate. Okay. So those are my houses, but because I don't live there. And where is your home? My home is at San Salvador. Because I live there. Maybe alone, right? But with my cats, with the dogs, I don't know. But that's my home. So that is the difference. Okay. So what you consider, where is your family, where you have your life, right, is your home. Okay. So at home. That is the best way to answer. At home. Or I arrived home or at home early or late. I'm never at home. Like Sandra, right? I'm never at home on Fridays. Okay? So I'm never in my house. No, I'm never at home. Okay? So here we have different. Remember that the library is, can you buy books in the library? Yes or no?
No.
No, correct. We can't buy books in the library. We buy books in the bookstore. Okay, the library is like, I forgot the name of our famous library. Sinaes, or what is the name? Can you help me? Sinaes? Is that the name?
Be nice.
Be nice, right? So sorry, excuse me. Be nice, right? It's a library, but we don't buy books there. So be nice. It's a library. Sometimes we get confused with that. What is another word for mall, Anna? Can you tell me a similar word for mall?
Work.
Word. Another word.
Maybe.
Sandra, can you help us? Don't worry, we're gonna see.
Department store.
Okay, department stores are at the mall. Maybe a shopping center, right?
Yeah.
Shopping center. Okay, so remember, but it's not the shopping center, young ladies, of that we have cheap clothes, right? No, it's not that shopping center. El almacén, no, it's not that shopping center. Okay, it's similar. At the mall, it's shopping center. Or shopping mall, I don't know. Okay, but that is the mall. So now, Anna, can you mention one mall in El Salvador? What is one mall in El Salvador?
Right now.
No, a mall. What is a mall in El Salvador?
Oh,
Mention.
centro comercial.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't want that you tell me in Spanish. Just the example of a famous mall in El Salvador. An example.
Galerías, Metrocentro, Metrosur,
Exactly.
Multiplaza.
Ok, ya la vi, se lo pasan los comerciales, todos se los puede. Correct. And even we have Hipermall, right? Hipermall Las Cascadas. Okay, correct.
Yes.
Those are malls, famous malls in El Salvador. Good. Well, maybe just those, right? Those words. We already learned meeting, trip. I already mentioned what is a trip in case that you don't remember, you didn't remember. Okay, that's what we have here. But let's continue with the point of these words. Okay, and how can I know, teacher, when to use in, when to use at, or when to use on? You have two ways. Like regular verbs pronunciation, right? We have different ways. You can memorize, you can recognize one by one, in bed, in class, places in Mexico, right? Countries, cities, etc. On vacation, that expression is on, not in, or off, on vacation, on a trip. Or, let me show you, maybe this helps a little bit more. Look, this is a general way. It helps, right? It's not a perfect way, but it helps a lot. We use in enclosed space. It's like when you have a 3D space. So you can say it in a box, in a book, because it's inside, in the garden, okay? It's not maybe, but it's something enclosed. It's not 3D necessarily, but it's 3D, right? I mean, it's enclosed. In New York, is a place, it's a city. Countries, cities, we use in. Okay, in the mirror, because your image is inside the mirror. It's always enclosed. Your image is inside the mirror. In the picture is similar, right? The image is inside. In Australia, in the world, and then we have on when we have a surface. On the wall, a surface, okay? Something flat, algo plano. Just no a space, specific space, but on a surface. On the floor, that is famous. On the door, okay? On the menu, on the page, those are expressions. On the radio, okay? I listened that singer for first time on the radio. I saw you on TV. Okay, no in television. I saw you on TV. You can choose some of them that are very common to use to start, okay? On the radio, on TV, on the page, on the floor, like Jennifer Lopez song, right? On the floor. Da, 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 da. Okay, so on the floor, on the river, Thames, and then we have a specific point, location, at the corner, at the bus stop, at the door, at the dentist. See you, okay, see you at the dentist at 10, okay? Oh, okay, see you at the concert. Don't forget it. See you at the party. Oh, where are you? At work, location, specific point. Okay, and where can I see you? At the university. So those are at when we giving a specific point, when we are giving a location. For example, I saw Nancy at the entrance of Galerías. I saw you at the entrance of the Galerías, Nancy, yesterday at night. Okay, so it's a specific point. She was on that location, at that location. So at the entrance, okay, en la entrada. No vamos a decir in the entrance, because the entrance is just a point, right? It's not like in the house, in a box, in the office can be, because it's, inside the place. But the entrance, no, right? It's just a point. The corner is just a point at the corner. At the bus stop, you see, it's a point. Okay, so you see, that is a general way to start recognizing what to use, in or on at. Okay, or as I said, right, is the first option is, well, remember, at home, at the university, at school, because they are specific points. At the bottom, in al fondo, okay? At the top, high. At the store, at a reception. Do you know where is the boss? Let's imagine that you are in a hotel, right, in a meeting. And where is the boss? I need to talk to him, to her. He's at the reception. At the reception, because I'm giving his or her location. Okay? And you see here some other expressions like in the sky, okay, in a lift. Remember that lift is similar to elevator. In a row, right, similar to a line. Where do you do row or line? In what places? In what places do we do row or lines? In the bank, right? We do a row in the bank to pay, to get cash. I don't know. We get in the what else? Supermarket. Supermarkets, right? We do lines too when we want to pay in a supermarket with the cashier. Okay, those are row. When you go to a concert, you have to do a row. To the stadium, you have to do a row, a line. Okay, Okay, so you see, again, we have on the radio, on a plane, on a bus, and I will give you one more extra. You see here on a ship, on a plane, or on a bus. Another way to use on is when you are in a transportation that you can stand up, or okay? When you can stand up, or you go on the surface, or you can stand up, that is a good key to remember that we use on. On a bus, you can stand up, right? On a train, on a plane, okay, on a ship, of course, but you can stand up in a car, in a taxi, okay? In this case, we have in a lift because it's inside, right? Inside. So we have different reasons, but maybe it helps to your memory, okay? To remember what preposition to use. So don't forget, many times we use, that is one of the reasons that if we are talking about transportation, if you can stand up, you can use on. If you have to stay on your seat, we use in. Okay? Okay, well, that's it. I don't know if you have, is it clear for you? Maybe you can remember, right? You have two different ways to remember, memorizing one by one. Actually, the book gives us just this, okay? And you know, step by step. Then you will have some other expressions. I just trying to add one way for you to remember, not just individually, but in general. Okay, that's why I added the other picture. But that's what we have to remember. On vacation, that is very common to use. Okay, so I'm gonna make some questions for you. And you're gonna try to answer correctly, okay? For example, where were you yesterday at 6 p.m.? Where were you yesterday at 6 p.m.?
I was in my bed.
Okay, at 6 p.m. You were in a long party. I guess that you were being Saturday and you arrived home maybe at midday. Okay. On Sunday. Oh my goodness. I catched you. I catched you, Sandra.
Yes.
Because you don't work in a hospital, right?
No,
No.
no.
Okay. Well, so Sandra was where? At home, you said. Ah, no, in bed. Oh my goodness.
Sí, in my bed.
In bed. Okay, at
Yeah.
6. Unbelievable. So,
I need to rest.
yeah, I guess that you needed to rest.
Yeah.
I believe you. Okay. What about you, Nancy? Where were you at 6 p.m.?
I was at home.
Or at home, but not in bed.
No,
O andaba con Sandra
no,
en
at
la party.
home. No,
No.
no,
Okay, at home.
at
Very good.
home.
At home. How about you, Anna? Where were you yesterday at 6 p.m.?
At work
Oh,
or
at work. You see, Sandra, at work and at home, but not in bed. What a difference. Yes. Okay. So you were at work. Very good, Anna. At work. Correct. Okay. So, tell me, next questions for you. What would you do if you no, what country would you like to live in? What country would you like to live in?
I would like to live in
Say in El Salvador. We are near.
okay, in El
Please
Salvador.
mention or small country.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I will make you feel happy, teacher, in El Salvador. Okay. So that is right in El Salvador. Okay. And what about you, ladies? Nancy? Anna?
I don't know. How would you like?
I would.
I good.
I would like to live
How would you like? Mm, in Nicaragua.
in Nicaragua. Okay, so we can change houses. We can
No,
change houses.
in
Okay, very good. And Anna?
Mm, I don't know.
You don't know.
Okay. Uh, eh, I like in El Salvador.
In El Salvador, okay, you love El Salvador. Okay, I accept that answer. Okay, I would like. It's a possibility. This is not a structure that we have studied, but it's easy, so you can start getting familiar with it. I would. We don't pronounce the O and we don't pronounce the L. So I would like to. Okay, or a contraction is I'd, apostrophe D. If you don't want to mention would, I'd like. It's a possibility, right? It's because it's just a possibility. It's not a reality. So, well, I would like to live in Poland, or I would like to live in Switzerland, Netherlands. I think those countries are magical because of the forest, because of the environment. I don't know. So I would like to live in one of those countries, European countries. No, not in France, not in England, not in Germany. But there are some beautiful small towns, I think. But in those, or maybe in near here, in our hemisphere, in Canada. I would like to live in Canada. I think it's a good place to live. Okay, so you see, you are using at home, in Nicaragua. Okay, we didn't use on, but tomorrow we're gonna continue practicing this. I have more questions for you. So I want you to please do it, so we can go to practice, not just give you time to think about it, but please try to do similar questions for your classmates. Interesting questions, okay? Funny questions. for your classmates and trying that in the question they will use any of these answers. On a train, on the floor, okay, at work, at a store, at the university, or these two that are similar. These other are similar. Okay, so the questions have to look for the answer that includes this. For example, if I said, what country would you like to live in? In, we have places, right? Countries. So we have cities. So you can use one preposition. And here you have. Okay, so I'm gonna share this in the group. Okay, so you can have an idea. We have to be creative, okay? Because I have more questions for you, but the most important is that you use the structures of the questions, not just answering, but do question and do each other questions and answers, okay? So I hope that you have time for doing at least two, okay? Two, similar to what I did. I have more. I promise that I have more, but I don't want to tell you because I will give you, okay, the answers. So I just gave you one, the one that I asked you. What country would you like to live in? Okay, and but one more. I have just one more example. Where do you usually meet friends? Tomorrow you're gonna answer that for me, please. Where do you usually meet friends? Meet your friends. Okay, so you can say one of these places using maybe in or using maybe at. You're gonna decide. Okay. Siéntase libre de decirlo, Sandra. Okay. Tomorrow. You're free. Okay. Don't worry. Aquí estamos en confianza, Sandra.
Ya tengo la respuesta.
I guess. I don't want you to change the answer, okay? Por eso le digo, no importa, diga la verdad. Well, I know the answer too. I know the answer too. Everybody in this class knows the answer. Okay, so that is another question. You see that I'm trying you to use one preposition of those that we are practicing. So I want you to do the same. Do create a couple of questions for your classmates to use different prepositions. Okay? Well, I will send this to the group, so maybe it helps. Okay, and I hope to see you tomorrow and with your answers to practice a lot. Okay, so that's it for today. It's been a pleasure to start this week with you. Thanks for your nice attendance and participation.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, young ladies.